And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports on this very special day. Let me be the first to wish everyone out there a happy Veterans Day. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, our reporter. And a look at the stats for Aaron Nesmith.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. Andrew Nembhard is out there with Nesmith. And it's Walker in at the 3. And for Utah, we've got George. He's out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Jusuf Nurkic is out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot. Well, Doris, the season is just getting underway. How together do you expect teams to be at this point?
Well, it depends, B.A. Are you experienced or are you young? And I know this, the first 20 games usually are a very good indicator of how your season is going to play out.
Now here's George. Pass to Mikhailuk, just 5 to shoot. Comes up empty down low. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for Indiana. To the paint. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, this to me is where he can be a force. Siakam, a 3-level scorer. In the painted area, very dangerous.
Nembhard against George. Pass to Mikhailuk. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Hendricks, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Siakam finds Nembhard. Now here's Nesmith. Back to Nembhard. From downtown. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Markkanen outside. Down low. And now Indiana on the fast break. Here's Nembhard. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
And here's George. 27 points his last game. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Pass to Mikhailuk. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You look at Indiana, towards the bottom of the conference for now. They are not happy with this positioning.
When I look at Indiana, just already digging a nice big hole for themselves. The season has become a nightmare that few people, if any, saw coming.
They do have the talent necessary to get it turned around quickly. They won't want to wait too much longer to do it, but they can still make it a productive season.
Now here's Markkanen. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Just 3 to shoot. They grab their own miss. Nurkic finds Markkanen. George against Nembhard. Pass to Hendricks to snap the cold streak. Sinks it from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And for head coach Rick Carlisle, this is the 3rd stint with the Indiana Pacers.
He begins as an assistant coach with them back in 1997, leaves the organization, but returns as the head coach in 2003, leaves after 2007, and then back in 2021, and now, of course, the winningest coach in franchise history.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Aaron Nesmith had his feet ready, his hands were ready to catch the basketball, and as soon as it touches his fingertips, he lets it fly.
Now here's George. Still no points. Nurkic, a screen on Nembhard. Pass to Nurkic. The rebound by Jackson. Pacers leading by 4. Siakam, the pass to Nembhard. And the 3 off target.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Nembhard against George. There's a screen by Nurkic. George finds Nurkic. Markkanen from long range. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, you can see this team depends on Markkanen to space the floor, delivers with the range 3 there.
Siakam looking it over. Pass to Walker. Nembhard outside. The 3 is up. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Nurkic. Here's Mykhailiuk. Nesmith covering. The shot by Mykhailiuk, no good. And Siakam has got the ball here for Indiana. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
That's a game they like to put in the rearview mirror. They know they treated it a little too lightly.
They sleptwalk through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
Now here's George. Still without a bucket. Now here's Siakam. To the middle. And the dunk by Jackson.
Boy, we think of Pascal Siakam only as a scorer. That's a nicely placed dime right there.
Jazz trail by 6. George with it. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Nurkic, a screen on Nembhard. Pass to Hendricks. 3-pointer. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Jackson, the screen. Nembhard into the lane. That's good from Jackson. On the assist by Nembhard. Jackson's got 6 points.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
There's a screen by Nurkic. Got a piece of it. Back to George. Markkanen for 3. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
We think of Lauri Markkanen above the break 3-point shooter, but hey, you give me the corner, I'm going to take it.
Back to Siakam. The baseline J. Utah grabs the miss. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
You know what? At the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome.
Now here's Nesmith, an aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. Nice shot by Walker.
And such a strong guy. Walker could live in the paint.
Here's George. 7-point differential. Pass to Markkanen. Shoots over Walker. And that one's good. Markkanen's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Indiana's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Now Siakam. It's rebounded by Hendricks.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Now George. No points so far. Pass to Hendricks. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 3rd assist of the night.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Indiana shooting their first foul shots of the night.
Shooting for Indiana, Andrew Nembhard, taking 2 shots.
That's good from Nembhard. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have two gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Filipowski, he's checked in for Hendricks. And it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. Now here's George. And there's the drive. Nurkic passes to George. Uses the glass on the layup.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
For Indiana, they've gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. And here's Shepard for 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Utah trailing here. George peels it out a bit. Pass to Filipowski. Markkanen from long range. That one no good. The Pacers shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. Here's Nembhard. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one to fall.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
George against Jackson. Markkanen with a screen on Jackson. Inside. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Now here's Jackson. Yet to see a basket. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah shooting the rock around 41% during the first quarter. 1:19 left in the first quarter. George passes to Markkanen. Shoots over Shepard. And it's Utah scoring again.
Now this shows you how dynamic Lauri Markkanen is as a scorer. If he feels good, boy, the numbers come in a hurry.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Here's George. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Pass to Collier. Shoots over Nembhard. Collier, no good.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Shepard. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Knocks it down from distance. Now it's a 3-point Indiana lead.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
And here's George. That'll count. Carried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. And it looks like they are going to review.
The previous play is under review.
Time or not.
And they're going to take another look at the replay to make sure. But to me, it looked like he got it off in time.
After review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those points didn't count. I'm so glad the officials were able to take a second.
And so it's Lauri Markkanen making things happen for Utah. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And take a look at the Jazz performance here, guys. What do you think?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Kevin Love out there with Filipowski. Then it's Bailey. Then there's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the second. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Utah's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Pass to Bailey. Here's Collier. Fires the 3. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Morris outside. Second quarter basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. There's a screen by Robinson Earl to the inside. Here's Huff. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Collier. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. The 3 is up. Huff pulls it in. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Pass to Morris. Here's Shepherd. Beyond the arc. Robinson Earl, no good.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Outside Love. Pass to Filipowski. Knocks down the triple. Filipowski's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And the court vision from Kevin Love. He is so good at finding open teammates.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. A different look for Utah. Hendricks is checked in for Love. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Bailey. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Sensabaugh. Then for Indiana, Siakam, he's checked in for Robinson Earl. Walker comes in for Shepherd. And Aaron Nesmith subbed in for Morris. Pass to Nesmith. To the paint. Kicks it out to Jackson. Walker for 3. It's hauled in by Collier. Utah leading by 3. Markkanen looking it over. To the middle. They swipe it. Outside Nesmith. Jackson on the wing. Back to Nesmith. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Utah has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Jackson, pass to Siakam. It's a nice passing by Indiana here. Walker sets a screen, fires for 3. Siakam hits from downtown.
Well, you can see he is not shy from range, and Pascal Siakam continues to work on his consistency.
And early on, growing up in Cameroon, Pascal Siakam originally trained to be a priest-orist.
It's an incredible story, B.A., because his father sent him away to pursue that vocation, but in fact, Pascal was miserable. And it wasn't until he attended a basketball camp that he found love of the game, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Back to Jackson. The rebound by the Jazz. Filipowski's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Collier. He's scoreless. Filipowski sets a screen. Here's Hendricks. The rebound by Nesmith. For Indiana, they've gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Jackson finds Walker. Takes a 3. Jackson can't get it to go. Utah leading. Here's Collier. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Inside, here's Filipowski. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now. From deep. The rebound by Filipowski. Utah's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Collier. 5 on the clock. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist from Collier. Markkanen's got 5 points now in the quarter. Pacers trail by 5. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Checked in for Utah. George comes in for Collier. Then for Indiana, Jackson, he's checked in for Huff. And it's Nembhard in for Jackson. Outside Nesmith. Back to Siakam to win the drought. Utah grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Jazz leading by 5. Now here's George. 5 points in the game. Nurkic a screen on Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count that bucket. George has got 7. The Pacers shooting just 38% for this game so far. Jackson, the pass to Siakam. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Siakam outside. Knocks down the long J. Give him 8 points now.
Boy, how far has the shot, the perimeter game of Siakam come? His rookie year, he made 1 3 all season. Remember that.
George passes to Markkanen. Back to George. Markkanen with a screen on Nembhard. Down low. It's Markkanen scoring inside.
Well, we know Markkanen can flat score the basketball, and right now he's got his rhythm going. Pacers
trail by 5. Siakam outside. On the wing, Nembhard. Over George. Nembhard, good. Nembhard's got his 2nd basket of the game.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
George passes to Markkanen. The Doris offensive rebounding was down for a few years, but it's making a comeback.
What teams realize, Brian, is that you can absolutely corner crash, create extra opportunities for yourself without putting your defense at a deficit.
Nembhard for 3. Rebounded by Mikhailuk.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
George outside. Shoots over Nesmith. Misses off the left iron. Pacers trail by 3. Pulls up for 3. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Looking at the real numbers from the real NBA, the best free throw shooting teams of the season. 5th best, Utah.
And this is a team that knocks down their free throws at an elite rate. Whoever they go up against should always try to avoid fouling them at all costs.
Pass to Siakam. Siakam gets doubled. Let's go with a 3.
They are having major struggles from the floor.
His 6th miss of the game, just 2 for 8 now.
Boy, he's trying to give this team a spark, but the buckets simply will not go down.
Nurkic passes to George. Markkanen with a screen on Nembhard. 4 on the clock. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got 6 assists in the game. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Well, Siakam with the ball on the deck, slicing his way through the defense to get a shot opportunity pretty.
George against Nembhard. George with it. He's got 7. Pass to Mikhailuk. Fires from deep. Indiana with a rebound.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
And Nesmith gets it to go.
There is just a physicality that comes as a natural part of Aaron Nesmith's game. Contact is not a problem for the young man.
George against Nembhard. George passes to Mikhailuk. George sets a screen. Inside. And stolen by Nembhard. Walker in the post. It's guarded by Markkanen. Siakam, no good. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. They host the Hawks after this one, and they'll be reaching the back half of a 4-game homestretch. To the inside. Oh, that was pure. He's got another one. Now 10 for 12.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
Walker finds Siakam. Takes the 3. The rebound by Markkanen.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Nembhard against George. Pass to Hendricks. George, a screen on Siakam. Here's Hendricks. Sinks his 3rd bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Nembhard outside. And here's Jackson. Walker passes to Siakam.
Man, good whistle there.
Indiana shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That one's off. And he's good on the second. And so it's Lauri Markkanen making things happen for Utah. Continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night to 23. Back after this.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season.
You look at the Jazz, they knew they'd be in for a rough start. The question is, do they have the tools to turn it around? The front office will tell you yes.
Time to talk now about what we saw in that first half of play. Lauri Markkanen was putting on a show.
Yeah, he's high point so far. You see the plays they're running for him? Featured through the half. I expect that to continue.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. Nesmith out there with Andrew Nembhard. And it's Walker in at small forward. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And on lottery night, the Utah Jazz sliding back to the 5th pick, Doris.
BA, I know for the fan base, obviously that's disappointing. Everybody wants the top pick, or they're hoping for at least a top 3 pick. But here's the key for the Utah Jazz. They have put in place an organization of leadership that will make good decisions over a span of time. This isn't a one-draft wonder. This is about building out over time and getting a sustainable roster.
Walker for three. The shot won't fall. Utah has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Nurkic passes to George. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Nurkic. From outside, off the mark. Indiana trailing here. Walker for three. Utah grabs the miss. Mikhailuk's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now George. He has 7. Markkanen outside. Indiana with a rebound. Here's Nembhard. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Now, this is frustrating. You come out to start the second half, you've made 1 of your first 4 shots.
George finds Markkanen. Back to George. There's a screen by Nurkic to the middle. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Nurkic has got his first points of the night.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. George passes to Nurkic. Nurkic a screen on Nembhard. Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 9.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
Nembhard, the pass to Jackson. Now here's Siakam. Nembhard outside. No good. That would have tied it.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
And here's George. He's got 9. Markkanen outside. Pass to George. Drops in the 3. And it's a 6-point Utah lead.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Back to Nembhard. Some nice passing by Indiana here. And here's Siakam for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. 14 points for him.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Markkanen outside. George, a screen on Walker. Back to George. No good that time. Nice D from Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. Nembhard outside. To the paint. And the dunk by Jackson.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. The Jazz have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Pass to Markkanen. They set the pick. To the inside. Hendricks. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
What stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Pass to Walker. Siakam outside. Here's Nesmith. 6 points for him. Great open look there. Nembhard's got 9 points.
Nembhard from distance. My goodness, let him go.
Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Markkanen. Here's the three. So confident from range. Markkanen.
And how about the response by Markkanen? Made free on one end. He comes right back for his own team. Love it.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to talk it over with his guys. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Jazz, it's still very early, but they have a mountain to climb in their conference. Outside Walker. Siakam for three. Outside Nesmith. Inside, here's Nembhard. Good, and it's Walker who picks up the assist. Nembhard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You want to take great advantage of opportunities in close. Andrew Nembhard does just that.
George passes to Markkanen. Clock at 6. Nurkic shot is good. Nurkic has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Boy, that's textbook screen and roll action. You can see why they involve Nurkic in these sets. So savvy.
Doris, while he's selective about it, Jusuf Nurkic has added a three-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Jusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
Collier, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And the Pacers also making a change. Huff's checked in. For Utah, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. It's Mikhailuk on the wing. Nurkic, a screen on Walker. Mikhailuk. Oh, nice D from Walker. Indiana has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. And here's George. They'll bring it up for the Jazz. It's a 1-point game. Nurkic, a screen on Walker. George passes to Nurkic. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Nurkic has got 6 here in the quarter. Outside Walker. Walker draws the double. Pass to Huff. Jackson surveying the D. Walker for three. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Nurkic. Here's what Utah has lined up on their schedule. On Thursday, they'll take on Kristaps Porzingis and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Sunday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
Walker for three.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that. Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
George outside, shoots over Walker. Again, Utah good for 2. Pacers trail by 5. Jackson outside. Outside Nesmith. And Indiana misses again.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Now here's George. He's got 14. Pass to Collier. Jack's up at 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Nesmith. The 3. That won't go either for Walker.
I'll give him a ton of credit here. He is trying to make plays, but nothing right now helping his team.
George with it. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. To the middle. The shot by Mikhailuk, no good.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Now George. Pass to Nurkic. Back to George. The three. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
This is why you love Nurkic. This guy is an exceptional passer.
Outside Walker. Back to Nembhard. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up. Walker's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A different look for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Nurkic. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Hendricks. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Mikhailu. Then for Indiana, Siakam, he's checked in for Jackson. Shepherd comes in for Walker. And it's Jackson in for Nesmith. Pass to Collier. This one for 3. No good there.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
A minute 20 left in the third quarter. George outside. Down low. That's good from Collier on the assist by George. Collier's got his first points in this one.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Jackson surveying the D. Siakam finds Nembhard. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Jackson can't get it to go. Jazz leading by 4. And here's George. He's got 17. Here's Filipowski. Filipowski sets a screen. Markkanen from long range. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Now it's a 6-point Jazz lead.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Counted from distance.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy.
Oh, it's good! He hit it!
Great shot! Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
And so it's Utah, leading by 6 as we wrap. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Lauri Markkanen. He's out there with Kyle Filipowski. And it's Tshiebwe in at center. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Pass to Filipowski. To the paint. Now Markkanen from behind the arc. Wants that corner. Markkanen.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And Siakam has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 9. The kick out to Morris. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
To the middle. Pass to Collier. Now Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Jackson, the pass to Morris. Here's Shepherd. It's guarded by Markkanen. Kicks it out to Jackson. Morris for 3. Utah grabs the miss. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Here's Collier. To the inside. Markkanen misses. Pacers trail by 9. Pass to Morris from outside the arc. On target from range.
Displaying the catch-and-shoot ability of Monte Morris. Go ahead, young sir.
Here's Collier. Here's Tshiebwe. Pass to Sensabaugh. Huff pulls it in. For Indiana, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Morris passes to Huff. Siakam outside. That shot wide open. And now it's just a 4-point Utah lead.
Yeah, Siakam doesn't get a ton of recognition for that mid-range game, but this is a legit 3-level scorer.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. Filipowski sets a screen. Buries it down low. And the Jazz lead by 6.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Siakam gets double. Morris passes to Siakam. Here's Huff. No good with the triple.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. There's the 3. Drills it from deep. And now it's a 9-point Utah lead.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Utah making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And here are the Pacers now. 9-point game. Back to Morris. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds now. Here's Collier. Now here's Filipowski. Markkanen left side. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Shepherd. No good off the back of the rim. Pacers trail by 9. Pass to Morris. 4-3. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Siakam's got 3 assists in the game.
Monte Morris with that highly valued corner 3. He likes the look.
Now Markkanen. And here's Nurkic for 3. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Siakam, the pass to Morris. Jackson, the screen. Morris with it. Shoots over Collier. Morris can't hit. Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Pacers trail by 9. Kicks it out to Jackson. Morris for 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Filipowski's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Collier. Markkanen with a screen on Morris. Back to Markkanen. The shot's good. Markkanen's got 8 points here in the quarter.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Here's Siakam. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. Shoots over Shepherd. Markkanen misses. Pacers trail by 11. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score. Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
There's a screen by Nurkic. Pass to Filipowski for 3. He buries it from 3. And the Jazz lead by 14.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Collier, guarded by Morris. Pass to Nurkic. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Jackson, the screen. Siakam for 3. Buries it from 3. Siakam's got 11 in the second half.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
A different look for Utah. Hendricks is checked in for Filipowski. Mikhailuk comes in for Sensabaugh. And it's George in for Collier. Then for Indiana, Walker, he's checked in for Shepard. Neesmith comes in for Jackson. And it's Nembhard in for Morris. Pass to Markkanen. From the arc, hits the trifecta. Markkanen's got 40 points.
Boy, this offense has revolved around him today, and rightly so. He has been fantastic.
There's Neesmith with a 3. Utah grabs the miss. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now. Now George. Pass to Markkanen. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Outside Walker. Siakam outside. Fires the 3. Nurkic with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And here's George. Markkanen outside. Knocked away. And they're on the run. Nembhard with it. Guarded now by George. Siakam just jamming it down. Pascal Siakam.
Well, this is your 2019 most improved player, and now Siakam trying to become that franchise-level guy, carrying the load tonight.
Now George. Now Nurkic.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
George, a screen on Jackson. Here's George. Shot clock at 3. Oh, it doesn't go. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Now Siakam. Busting through inside. Siakam.
And that is tenacity from Pascal Siakam. He was simply undeterred.
Utah leading by 12. Here's Hendricks. Markkanen outside. Now Nurkic. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Well, everyone knows foul line and down is where Jusuf Nurkic does his best work.
Here's Siakam. Lets it go from 11. George is there for the rebound. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Now Nurkic.
Yeah, if Nurkic gets this kind of position and he's carved out that space, the best you can do sometimes is foul him.
First team foul. At the line for 2, Jusuf Nurkic.
First free throw is good.
One of the things I think teams love when you have Jusuf Nurkic is the kind of physicality he brings nightly in the middle of the paint. This is a guy who's capable of 20 and 20 on a good night.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Filipowski, he's checked in for Hendricks. Bailey comes in for Markkanen. Sensabaugh is checked in for Mikhailuk, and it's Collier in for George. That one misses.
Well, you love the competitiveness you get nightly from Jusuf Nurkic. The other thing you love is commitment to team, willing to back up teammates.
Nurkic with a rebound.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Collier, defended by Jackson. Shot's no good. Morris outside. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Lori, some efficient shooting for you tonight. How comfortable were you with the looks you were getting?
I was good. Teammates kept finding me. I think I had good looks, and can't really say much. Just try not to think about it too much and just let it go.
Just play the game the way it should be. Congrats on the win, Lori.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And let's reveal our player of the game, Lauri Markkanen.